Hi, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, I am going to tell you how to test the convergent validity. In other words, how to test the average variance extracted and also how to compute the composite reliability by using SPSS. Right, okay. Straight away, this is our standard model. So you can see that here we have three independent variables. Here we have our one dependent variable. So you can see, and the first independent variable will be measured by using 8 items. The second independent variable, utilitarian motives, will be measured by 9 items, and the third variable, environmental motives, is measured by 6 items. So now I am going to test the validity of all these four, right? Validity of all these four constructs, right? Straight away, we will go to our data set. So this is our data set. Go to analyze and go to dimension reduction, right? Go to the factor, right? So I will raise it. If you can remember, in our tutorial number 7, I explained how to reduce dimensions. In other words, if you have some of a lot of dimensions, then you will have to reduce them into a manageable level. That has to be done using the function called dimension reduction, which was very clearly explained in our tutorial number 7. If you are not familiar with that, you have to go there and refer it. So now I have already reduced my dimensions down to 9, and this is my final number of items to be used to measure my second independent variable utilitarian module, right? Okay. So for the first one, I have already measured, and the result is there. I will later show you. Now I am going to measure the second one, right? Okay, what is that one? Here is UM9. You have to select all the related items you use to measure that particular construct or that particular variables. Here I have used 9 indicators, so 9 items, as I showed in my conceptual framework. Just click and get them to the right side. So okay, so now here you can see there are 5 options. So out of that, just go only to the rotation and change this none button to the very next. Only that you need to know any other checkings, right? Or untickings. Just continue, just okay. Now you are getting your result, right? Okay. Now simply you got all your result, right? So now you can see very clearly, right? You can see very clearly you are having only one row here. Why? Because we have already reduced our dimensions to one particular set of items. So if you have here, if you had 2 rows, that means you have to do, you have to reduce your dimensions down to the last level. So that, of course, I have done in my tutorial number 7. So in this case, you are having only one. That means you have reduced down to the final set of items, right? At the same time, you are having only the one column, right? That means you have done the operation correctly. So if you had the 2 columns, that means you have not reduced your dimensions to the final set of items to be used. So please refer to my tutorial number 7, right? Okay. So now here everything is okay. Now I will just go do the operations, right? Okay. So what you have to do is, now you have to copy this one and go to the Excel sheet. There are some small operations in the Excel sheet which are very, very simple, but that is actually not related to the SPS, but related to some SPS functions, small functions, right? Go here, right? Go here. There are 2 copying actions. Just use this one and copy it. Now go to your Excel sheet straight away, right? Okay, here you can see, as I told you, I have already computed or already calculated the AVE value for the HM and all the CR value for the HM. Now I am going to compute the AVE value for UM and CR value for the UM. So after that, you have to do the same operations for the other 2 variables. The other means my third independent variable EM and my dependent variable PI. So you have to do this operation for each and every independent variable mediating variable, moderating variable, and dependent variable. In our case, we have only the 3 independent variables and we have only the 1 dependent variable, right? So here you have to just paste here what you copied, right? Okay, very clear now, right? Okay, now this is very simple thing. These are nothing, just Excel function, right? So I'm not going to delete all these things, entire row, right? Clear. So now what is this one? Straight away. So this is your item, right? Item, okay, right. So this is factor loading, right? We already copied. This is factor loading square. That means that the square value of the factor loading, I will write it as FL2. How to get that one? This is Excel, right? Or otherwise you can get it by using calculator. Okay, so go there, multiplication mark and multiply by the same value and you will get the multiplied value. Okay, now just copy it and paste here. You get values for all the 9 values. Here you can write as totals, right? Totals. So this is right. This is FL total. You need FL total. Why? So this is FL total, right? FL total. You need this one. So that this is again. This is again. This is again Excel value, right? You got it. Correct. Now you need to get the FL squared values as well, right? To apply here. Okay. So what is that? Again, you can go here, right? Sum, right? Okay. Now clear, right? You got it. These are the total, right? Okay. Now next, this one is a ME. So we have to calculate this. ME means measurement error is equal to 1 minus FL squared, right? Okay, clear. So here 1 minus this value. You have to calculate this ME for each and every indicator you are having. In this case, you are having 9 indicators. Again, once again, copy this one, right? And then paste here, right? You got a values for the all 9 indicators. Right now, again, you have to take the sum. Here, go there, right? Okay, right now you got the sum. Right? What is the next value? What is the next? Total FL squared. Total FL. What is the total FL? So this is your total FL. Now you need the square value of that total, right? Should be here. That means once again, go there, multiply by the same value. Okay, now you got it. Now very clear. Now number of items. How many items are there? How many indicator variables are there? Right? There are 9 indicator variables. You have right here 9. That's not a total anyway. 9, right? It's not a total. Please understand, right? Now everything is okay. Now what is the AVE value? Total the sum of the all FL value divided by the number of sum of the all FL square values, right? So this is it. Go here, and this is the sum of the FL squared value and divided by number 9. Okay, so you got the AVE value for the UM. Okay, you understand? You now computed the AVE value for the UM. Right now, you have to find out the CR value, the composite reliability value. Right? Okay. Simply, you just substitute these values to this equation, right? So this equation, right? And this one you got from the above equation, right? It's not there, it's not visible anyway, right? Okay, now you understand. Okay, so this is it. This is it, right? Okay, right. Now how to calculate the CR? Well, this is your AVE value, right? That means If this AB value is more than 0.05, that means there is no issues in the convergent validity. So now we measured the AB to ensure the convergent value of your UM. In the early case, we ensured the convergent value of the HM. Similarly, you have to do for the another next independent variable as well as your dependent variable, right? Okay. Here, what you have to do is simply, right, go there. This is Excel once again. So what is the equation? Here you are having the equation FL square, sum of the FL squared. In other words, square of the sum of the FL. So please be careful about that, right? So this one is the sum of the FL, right? Clear. Now you have to get the multiplied by the same value to get the sum of the FL square, right? And it should be divided by, what is that one? Within bracket, again the same value. That means FL, first you have to get the total FL, then you have to multiply by that total FL by itself, right? So again, this one, the same, and then plus you have to have what is that? Total ME. Where is your total ME? This is your total ME, right? Now close the bracket and you got the value. So this is your CRE value. CR value, or the composite reliability value. I hope you understand how to do the Excel calculation, right? Please understand, nothing is difficult. What you did was you just copied this set from the USPS output, and the other things you just calculated here. So finally you got this is your AVE, this is your AVE, this is your CR. Okay, I hope you understand how to calculate your AVE, average variance extracted, then composite reliability, right? Okay, the AVE should be above 0.05 in order to ensure your convergent validity. At the same time, CR should be above 0.7 in order to ensure the convergent validity. Okay, that's all about how to compute the AVE value and how to compute the CR value, right? Okay, so now I will go back to the calculate the CR and the AVE. Similarly, you have to find out the CR value and the C value for this one and for this one. Okay, so please understand. Now I hope that you understand how to calculate the AVE value and the CR value for all the constructs. I already explained you how to calculate for only for second construct, that is for the UM. Right. Thank you very much.